is up, everybody? My name is Tonny and I'm here with another Warframe guided video, and in this video we will be looking at the Umbralfied Nezha Prime. Now I do have 6 builds for you guys. The first 3 will be the regular version of Nezha, which means that I will be using only Nezha's abilities himself, and then we will be using the subsume abilities from other Warframes. So that's basically the Helminth System. So I'll be using 6 builds. 3 builds for Nezha himself, and then 3 builds from other Warframe's abilities on Nezha. So we're going to look at the Nezha frame itself first, which is the abilities only. So let's take a good look at his appearance of Nezha first before we get into that. So really quickly, there we go. You guys can see all that stuff there. Alright, so I have 3 builds for you guys. The first build is the melee version, and this, again guys, this is not the subsume or the hybrid version of Nezha, or the Helminth System, whatever you guys want to call it. This is just regular Nezha. So we have the melee build, and this allows you guys to use only melee weapons if you guys want to. It's up to you guys. But when it comes to the arcanes, I do have Fury here, so if you guys are not going to be using melee, I recommend replacing Arcane Fury with something different, like Guardian or something like that. That would definitely help with warding Halo. Now, when you guys are using this build, you guys can use all 4 of these abilities, no problem whatsoever. You guys have stock range with 179 to duration and strength at 293. It's pretty decent. With these stats here, it should be enough to do whatever you guys are going to need to do. And with the build here, I do have Umbral Fiber and Intensify. That's a must-have. Fiber for the armor for warding Halo, as well as Intensify for ability strength. Definitely a good pair. Very, very good. You guys can replace one of these for Vitality if you guys want more HP. But with this setup, you guys should not need more HP here. Now for the augment for Nezha, Control Slide, you guys can use this. This is actually pretty not bad, because I don't really like the passive ability that much. It makes it like Nezha really fast, but I mean it's just kind of annoying sometimes. And I'm not here for speed. I'm here for the getting stuff done, killing stuff. So I just put Control Slide. This is not a this is not really a replacement for Power Drift. If you guys really want to use Power Drift for the knockdown, you guys can, but when it comes to it, it's just too mod polarity off, and I think it's better to use Control Slide than Power Drift. But if you guys want that resistant to knockdown, just go ahead and go for that. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, so here is the second build, and this build is more of a supportive Nezha using the Safeguard. Now when it comes to these 2 mods here, you guys, I recommend not using this build on Nezha itself. I highly recommend using this build on a hybrid version, so I'm just going to show you guys a hybrid version of this. But just a quick peek of what this build is about. I'll explain all of this later, you guys, so don't worry about that. Let's go for the third one, though. Alright, so here's the third build. And this build is straight up CC. Like, straight up CC. No ability strength here. I mean, you got 95, but it's decent enough. With this amount of, stats here, you should be decent enough to do stuff. And straight up forward, you just use Divine Spears. Press 4, 21 seconds. And around 20 seconds, when there's 1 second left, press 4 again, so that way they take like slam damage or something like that. And straight up, it's not that bad, really. Alright, so here is the hybrid version of Nezha. Now what that means is we'll look at different Warframe abilities that would definitely work with Nezha and its builds here. So let's take a look at the first one, which is the melee. Now when you guys don't like the Warcry, well obviously you guys can use Norwich for the melee toxin. You guys can use armor buffs, or you guys can straight up use War or the Eclipse if you guys want to get that damage reduction as well as the damage buff. So those are the other alternatives for you guys there, but I think Warcry is definitely the must-have here. Now when it comes to this build, usually you got the attack speed and armor increase. The armor increase is a lot better than the Carapace mod itself because it's only 60% here, while this one's at least 146. That's insane. Duration, don't worry about that. You guys should not have to worry about duration on Warcry, but with the strength here, it's really good. So you got the Warding Halo and the Warcry. So I want to show you guys a demo for this. Now keep in mind that I do not have attack speed on my Guandao. You guys can see here it's pretty slow. No Berserker on here too. You guys will notice that I don't have Berserker on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast this Warcry here, as well as casting my third ability. I'm not going to bother going close to him for the extra buff damage. I'm just going to go for it right here. I'm going to kill him all right now. Now I do have a Riven on this Guandao, so don't say, Tony, this weapon's shit. I do have a Riven. I'm sticking to my beliefs when it comes to Rivens. Always use them no matter what. And it's straight up what I'm using right here. If you guys have seen my Guandao video, I highly recommend using the second build. If you guys have not seen it, just look at my video. Just search it up on my YouTube channel. It's better if you guys don't have a Riven on this, because obviously without Riven it's way better. because of this position, of course. Now here is the quick look at the fourth ability. Now you guys can use Shock Realm if you guys want to. I don't really use Shock Realm on this because I'm busy meleeing, but you guys can use Shock Realm if you guys want to. Alright, so here is the second build. This is the supportive version. Now this one's a little bit tight. I would say it's a little bit difficult to play as. I'm pretty sure you guys will probably switch to my melee version and swap some mods out for better stuff, because when it comes to health conversion and combat discipline, they do not mix well at all. It's like basically counterproductive right here. But with the Dispensary, now that's a different story, that's a different game, that's a different of everything really. So I'm going to show you guys how this works, but first let me explain why I have combat discipline here. So when you guys are using health conversion, the first thing is that you guys need to take some damage on your HP in order to get health orbs, because you guys already got health orbs from the shock room right here, right? Because there's a health orb drop right here, so you guys get a chance for that. But obviously if you guys use combat discipline while you have a stack with health conversion, you will actually consume the stack if you guys kill an enemy, because you lose that 10 HP, and somehow that's weird. That's a little bit different, because you still consider it to be taking damage, and it's pretty much counterproductive. But if you guys can get some few kills here, like let's say you kill like 5 dudes or something like that, you basically lose 50 HP. I would say I think you might have to kill 7 or 8, and then you lose like what, 50, 70 HP, 80 HP or something like that, and then you guys can pick up 3 health orbs from the Dispensary. Straight up 3. So you guys can straight up replace the second ability with the Dispensary if you guys want to keep the first ability. Otherwise, Chakram and the Dispensary actually works pretty well together for the energy drops, as well as, well, fire damage might as well. So I'm going to show you guys all how this works. Alright, so I want to show you guys the second build here, but before we get into it and how it works, I'm going to show you guys the effect of using combat discipline as well as health conversion together. So we're going to go ahead and use against these guys here. Now I'm going to go ahead and kill one dude so you guys can see. I do have 1 stack on armor, or the health conversion thing. So if I kill this guy right here, yeah, it's completely gone, because I actually take damage because of killing these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get 3 stacks of this health conversion stuff, and then we'll see what happens if you guys cast it. Alright, so I got my HP down a little bit. I'm just going to show you guys the first how to use the Dispensary before we even showcase how much armor or the warding halo you guys get. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this, and usually want to get around right here to the HP, because usually you get around a lot. But you guys could go for around 200-300 HP off, and you should be fine when it comes to killing enemies. So I got 3 stacks already, so that's straight up legit. I mean, you guys don't have to use combat discipline if you guys don't want to. You guys can replace that with other mods, but I think combat discipline actually helps with the supportive build or supportive role of Nezha here. And with that, I'm going to cast it now. You get 8,142. It's not that bad. I mean, there's probably better ways to get more armor, but if you guys do take damage while you have 3, then you guys can cast Warding Halo. So what happens is this: once you have 3, go in front of an enemy and cast Warding Halo immediately, and then you guys should still retain the armor buff, while as well as taking damage or taking that 3-second invulnerability bonus from enemies. So that's a little bit, well, how it works here. But if you guys don't want to use health conversion or the combat discipline, you guys don't have to. Okay, so here is the third build here, and this is the CC version. Very quickly, I'm going to showcase the stats for the ability that I have, which is Thermal Sunder. If you guys do not want to use Thermal Sunder, you guys can use Breach Surge. So you guys can use Warding Halo with this, and when you guys are using Warding Halo, it's how much armor you guys get. It's not that bad, it's only 2.7. Okay, so here is the CC part of this. So usually you want to cast your 4. That's the range on that. It does get pretty good okay right there. Duration is really long, so you guys can, if you guys want to, spam your Thermal Sunder. It's only up to you guys. Usually this is made for CC and not for nuking. Thermal Sunder is just there for the protection or for more CC or extra damage for the enemies here. Now these guys are pretty much high levels, so obviously they won't die. And that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do, give it a like, subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you guys, peace out.